I don't think my husband respects my position as stepmom.
Let's talk about that.
Your children, the ones that I did not create, they're allowed to do what you do. They sleep all day. They don't come out of the room. They don't do what they need to do.
Wait a minute, hold up. I want you to come over here. I want you to watch this. Let me show you something. Go sit over there. I have a little concern because your sons are not demonstrating that they are learning to be the kind of man I know you want them to be. They're gonna demonstrate the kind of man you teach them to be. And I'm not really sure what to do about that. Can you hear me? Mm-hmm. That's how you do that. The woman has to talk to her man to get him to move the way she needs him to move. You're not gonna get nothing with that. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Y'all got children. You got wives that you're raising, husbands that you're raising. You don't have time for this. And you want to build up a business and don't take care of the foundation so that you lose it and your sons see you as a failure? Y'all need to get this thing together. And when she says something to you, understand she's doing it from a place of love, but you got to love him like a woman. Don't scold him. Pull him up. Be a woman. Put your favorite perfume in the lowest part of your crevice and dare him to go down there and sniff it. That's what I'm talking about. And what you bringing to the table? What you bringing to the table, brother?
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel today. My name is Esther and this is Esther Speaks, where we talk about faith, love, purpose and everyday life. Today I bring to you an interesting video that we're going to be analyzing today. It's been trending on the internet over a couple of weeks now, and I just thought to share on my channel because it relates to what my channel is about. And with me to discuss the trending video, which appeals to women and men generally, is Doyin.
Hello everyone, my name is Doyin and I'm a mom of two, and I've been married for a number of years now, and I recently started my YouTube channel Money Moves with Sola, and where you learn about how you can actually invest and grow your wealth in simple, smart ways. So I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. We're happy to have you. So later on towards the end of the video, we're going to share Doyin Sola's contact, her social media channels, and then you can follow her. Okay. From the video that we've just seen, two things come to mind. The first one is the fact that women are emotional, and so women, address men from the emotional perspective, while men are logical. They need reasons, they need objective reasoning, and so there is a king in every man, and there's also the beast part. So the one that you speak to will show forth, will manifest. So women have to be mindful of how they speak to men. And there is another theme in that video which is called gaslighting, and I felt like the older woman did not acknowledge the feelings of the younger woman. She kind of like trivialized it to an extent. So these are the two themes that we're going to be talking about today. So we'll start from the second one, which is gaslighting. Like the woman, obviously the younger woman was frustrated. So maybe she has probably been speaking to this man about this issue for several weeks or months or years, and he has not he had not changed, and so she was really frustrated. Perhaps that was why she sought a counselor to address this person issue. And the older woman just said, "Stop. Let me show you how to talk to your man." She didn't even acknowledge your man's feelings. Oh, you have a right to feel this way. And this is where the theme of gaslighting, comes into play. And of course, gaslighting is like a new term that has been trending. So if you don't know the term and you don't understand, let me just explain it. It's just an emotionally manipulative behavior. Now, this is the extreme part of gaslighting, where you emotionally manipulate people to think that what they think, their perception of reality, is not true. Or when you try to trivialize their feeling, you say, "Oh, you're exaggerating this. Oh, it's not that deep. You are thinking too far." That could be gaslighting. Also, it could be a situation where you make people to doubt their reality, doubt their feelings, So um you have to be really mindful of gaslighting, because sometimes people, we are guilty of gaslighting. Sometimes maybe your friend is expressing their emotion like, I beg you, it's not like that. You're not, paying attention to their emotions, and this happens in relationship and in marriage. And so in this case now, this woman, the younger woman, was frustrated, obviously frustrated, and that's why she called for a counselor. And this man is like, this is how you talk to a man. She obviously gaslighted her, like she trivialized it. And now this is not the extreme form of gaslighting, but she did not like acknowledge her emotions, which I think wasn't okay. What do you think? Do you think she was gaslighted, or it's just how she perceived it?
Well, for me, from that video, I can see that basically the woman did not acknowledge the lady's feelings, even though the way the lady was addressing the issue was a bit to the extreme. But then the counselor they called it would have at first acknowledged the pain the woman was going through, because if the lady was trying to express what she's been experiencing with the stepchildren in that context, like, okay, your children are doing this to me, she's already basically excluding herself from the family because she's going through a pain. As at that time, the pain is making her know that these children they are not yours. They are not my
Yeah.
children. They are your children. They are your problem. They are no longer my problem. So you have to find a way to deal with it. She's in pain as at that time. So I feel the counselor would have first acknowledged that pain so that she can first of all reset her mind that she's still part of that family. That
Mm-hmm.
whatever she's going through can be resolved together as a family first. That
Mm-hmm.
way, she stops seeing herself that, okay, I'm the external person here. So they are treating me that way because I was never part of them.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Mm-hmm.
if the counselor had been able to address her pain, that okay, yeah, I understand what you're feeling. You're feeling like the different one at this instant, and you feel whatever is happening to you is making you feel excluded, like you're the
Stranger.
stranger in that family. That way the woman would be able to like redirect her thinking as at that point in time. Then it helps her stop feeling less like the victim, like, because basically any mom could experience that with a child. It does
Yeah.
not necessarily have to be your own children or someone else's children. You
Yeah.
can experience it with any child, even with your own biological children, you can. So but with that, helping her to address that pain, that okay, no, this might be from the perspective of they are being children and you are being the mom. You can experience this, and it could happen at any point in time in a family relationship. It helps the woman to rethink that okay, I am not a victim. It happens all the time to people, so I don't really need to take this personal, that I am
Exactly.
different, I am the stepmom, that's how I'm getting treated this way. So I think that's part of gaslighting did happen there. So and the mom's feelings should have been addressed
Acknowledged.
first
Yeah.
before addressing how she would be able to communicate better with her husband.
Perfect, perfect. I totally agree with you. And I think gaslighting happens sometimes in everyday relationship. I think I have experienced that in my own marriage as well. And this is not like the extreme form of gaslight. I think it's a part of trivializing feelings, because, like I said, men are logical, women are emotional. So sometimes I'm just moody. I just want to be in my own space. I don't want anybody to disturb you. Or maybe, yeah, that time of the month now, you don't come around me, like, and I'm just just displaying that attitude, and my husband's like, what's wrong with you, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, whoa, just leave me, then this is how I'm feeling right now, just leave me. And he's not even understanding my emotions, and it's like, come on, come out of it, you're a child of God, you're a child of God, the joy of the Lord is your strength. And things like that.
You
I'm
know
just
what you just spoke about right now is always common with me women, and the men expect you to just
snap
snap
out.
your finger and snap out of it, but it
Yeah.
doesn't work that way, because a lot of things are going to contribute to what you're feeling as at that time. It could
Mm-hmm.
be from basically from a fallout of your menstrual cycle. It could be okay, the stress of having to manage the children and the home at the same time. All this could pile up together to determine your mood as at that time. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
we are spiritual being, and we can always find our way out of it. Well, what just makes us different from regular people is the fact that you have access to the Word of God, and then with time, you can gradually meditate and come out of it in a short time. While
Yeah.
some people might be in it for a month, 2 weeks. So that's
Yeah.
like basically what you'd expect when it comes to women experiencing this smoothie roller coaster.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for that contribution. And so now I was like, okay, so how can men react to gaslighting? How can women, okay, maybe if you're the victim now, how can you respond? What is the best way to, respond to your partner, or your, maybe if you're in a marriage relationship, or maybe you're just in a dating relationship? How do you respond to someone who's gaslighting you? What I just tried to tell my husband is, saying, if I am moody, if I'm feeling this way, I think I have the right to feel this way. Like, it's my emotions. Yes, I might not allow this to linger for long, but I just try to tell him that, okay, this is how I'm feeling. You don't expect me to be like you. See, if you think straight, I'm not thinking straight. Just leave me alone. Like, I just said, please just leave me. This is how I feel at this time. Give me enough time to brood over how I'm feeling, and I'm gonna come out of it. Like, so just I try to let him understand that this is my feeling, this is my emotion. So I have a right to my own emotions. So I have a right to how I feel. Of course, I would not want it to have a negative impact on you. And that's why, okay, sometimes I'm like, okay, I try to think about, okay, maybe my reaction is not, having a positive impact on my husband at this point. Maybe I need to come out. But I mean, to me, I just say it's my emotions right now. So please acknowledge that. So how do you think people can respond to gaslight? Like the woman in the video, how do you think she could have reacted to the older woman? Or maybe in other cases, you can just explain how people should respond to gaslighting. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for that question. One of the things, like you said earlier, is it is really important for you to first acknowledge how you are feeling.
Mhm.
That way it helps you to know. Sometimes some people don't even they are being gaslighted. They
Mhm.
don't know. For instance, that woman in that video was actually seeking help with communicating with her husband. So she did not even realize what was happening as at that instant. She just said, oh, okay, I'm being taught how to communicate with my husband, but a major step has been skipped. Our own emotions, what she was going through, was not acknowledged as at that instant. So it's important that you first acknowledge how you're feeling first. Now, this helps you to come to a stage where you know that, okay, this is what I'm going through, then I need to find a way out of it. That is when you can then look for help when you are unable to overcome what you're going through, what your emotions are. Then when someone go on to like tell you that no, you don't have to feel this way, it's not okay for you to, it's all right for you to let them know that I should feel this way. I'm in this state right now, and I really want to talk about it. Talking about what you're going through or how you're feeling helps you feel better. I've been in cases where I'm worried about something and it's really telling on how I feel. But I realized that when I go to my husband and I share with him that, oh, I think I'm a bit upset about what happened at work today, and it helps me feel better. It did not come directly at me and say, no, why are you just being upset, or why you just
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
way, not acknowledging what I'm feeling as at that
Yeah.
time. I'm
Yeah.
being upset. You should acknowledge it first. Then I can go on to say, okay, you were really upset. I understand that. What was the situation? What caused it? Then you can go on to address the issue that led to you being in that state. So
Yeah.
what I was saying in terms of addressing gaslighting is you first of all need to acknowledge your emotions. Then it's always good if you talk about it, and when you see someone coming directly at your emotions as at that time, because you already acknowledge what you're going through, you don't need someone else to tell you, you know. So when
Mhm.
someone is trying to tell you that no, you should not feel that way, you will be able to let them know that it is my emotion, I should feel that way, and this is why I feel that way. That is where the talking about it comes in. This
Yeah.
is why I feel that way. Then you can then talk about the solution of coming
Mm.
out of that particular emotion. So I
Yeah.
think this basic step would help you o- overcome a situation of gaslighting where you have one around you.
Yeah. Brilliant. Really, absolutely spot on. I agree. So we addressed the first part of the video. There's the second part, and that's where the older woman came in, and then she addressed the man, and you could see that the man became so emotional at that point. Like, he knew that she was saying the right words and she was hitting him hard, and I knew he had to do a rethink and reevaluate his relationship with his children and how he was addressing the children. So I think this is how you speak to a man, right? Women have to know how to speak to men in the best way to get them. Like I said earlier, there is a kink in every man, and if you address that kink, he's gonna show for it. It's gonna come out. It's gonna be better. So I think this is where women have to somehow lay aside emotions and be logical. Like, if you see how the woman started, she said there is a concern. I'm concerned about something. And she talked about the impact of his behavior on the children and how the children will turn out in the future. These are objective reasoning, like logical reasoning. And with that, the man realized that, oh, I've been a fool. I'm not the best dad, and I want to be a role model to my children. So I think when it comes to like addressing men, I think this is where a lot of women kind of like are guilty. I think I'm also guilty. Like, we don't know the best way to, address men when it comes to like nagging. Maybe he's doing something you don't like, you want to start nagging. Oh, you are doing this, you always do this, you always do this, you always do this. Like, you're just nagging, you're just shouting, and the man doesn't want to hear that. It's just the moment you start nagging, he wants to go out of the house, like his side of it. So how do you think that women can be more logical? Like, what's the best way to help a woman to address a man? And how do you bring that feminine? Okay, maybe I should not talk about femininity. Yes, let me talk about being logical, like laying aside your emotions. What's the best way to address a man like the woman did, such that you can bring out the best in him?
Okay, so from that video, I commend the way the counselor addressed the issue. I like the fact that she put impact to what the man is doing on the children.
Yeah.
So now for women, we mostly like to try to pass on the frustration, pass on the stress, pass on the pain. So what the woman was doing from that video is like, okay, your children that you have are their pain to me. So she's trying to pass on the pain with hurtful words. Like, okay, I'm going to hurt you in my words so that you can feel the pain I'm feeling for my stepchildren. So, but that wasn't sitting well with the man. The man was feeling attacked. So, but instead of doing that for women, let's first of all try to put aside whatever frustration or pain you're experiencing. Don't try to lash on the pain to the man or to your husband. I would say don't lash on the pain to your husband. Don't try to pass across your frustration to him. Instead, think of what better solution could come out of what you're about to say. Okay, for me, I always say apply empathy. How would I feel if I'm spoken to this way? You feel bitter and hurtful. So instead, you look at it from the perspective of, okay, there is a problem. How do you think we should solve this problem? So for me, if I do not want to address the issue the way the counselor did, I would have said, oh, I noticed this about the children, and I think it's a major problem. How do we solve this problem?
So you put yourself in the situation, yeah.
Yes. So I would tell my husband about it, that this is what I'm seeing in the children. How do we resolve this problem together? I might be the one facing what is coming out from the children, yes, but it's a problem to both of us either ways, because at some point, whatever is a behavior the children are exhibiting would eventually happen to my husband too. Children, they don't hide their feelings. It's only a matter of time before they grow on to express that same feeling to my husband. So I would basically just tell him that I'm seeing this kind of behavior in my children. How do we address this problem together? So that way, I know I might not be entirely logical, because as at that time, I'm still feeling the pain of what is being done to me. But if I'm giving him the opportunity to look for a solution to the problem we now share, because we should both be sharing this problem anyways. So if I'm giving him the opportunity to speak to the kind of problem we're going through, give a solution, then we can sit and say, oh, okay, the children don't listen to me when I say do this. Oh, Why are they not listening? Because they want to have their way. Now it's a problem, and over time they will stop listening to my husband too. So it's a problem we need to look at. So the husband might say, okay, if they are not listening to you, let's look at ways of taking things off them, or I would have to step in, and which might not be the best solution, because if he is not around, they will still not listen.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of time before we come up with the plan of, okay, let's call the children and address them together. If you're not doing this, your mom is going to take things off you, or you will not be privileged to your weekly allowance that I give you. You will not be privileged to your monthly allowance that I give you. That way, we've come up with a solution that is logical as at that time. So I think stating the problem, I'm looking for a way to solve this problem, would help the family grow together as at that time.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. I totally agree with you as well. I mean, you addressed three things. First one is that a soft answer turns away wrath. So how you present the matter, you present it softly, embrace that feminine aspect of you as a woman. So that would really help. And the second thing you talked about was attack. Men don't like being attacked, and I think I've experienced this as well in my life, in my relationship. The moment you start attacking the man, he wants to defend himself. So don't you even come at me. As you are saying it is giving you answer, like so don't attack him. You instead address the concern, like you said, and then work collaboratively. How can we find a solution to this? And I think that's the part that makes it even work better, because you are seeing yourself as part of the family, like you said, for the woman, you're seeing yourself as part of the solution, part of the, I mean, you're looking for innovative ways to resolve the issue at hand. So women, if you have concern at home with your husband, or if you're in a relationship, you have concern with your fiance, your boyfriend, don't go and start attacking. Oh, you are so stupid, you always make mistakes. Me, I already know there's nothing good that can come out of it. Like, by the time you start saying negative words, it will have, the man will come out and defend himself. It can even slap you. God forbid. We don't promote the domestic violence here.
Violence at
like
all.
like there's no reason why a man should slap you, but I mean, the kind of words that you say can trigger certain attribute. Like I said, there's a king in every man, there's a beast. So if you want to bring out that beast, the words you say will bring out the beast. So you have to be mindful of what you say, work collaboratively. I think that's even the best one, when you see yourself as part of the solution and you bring your concern in a soft way. And also, maybe if you're angry, maybe you shouldn't even talk when you're angry, because sometimes the words that come out of your mouth when you're angry, they are not good, they are not the best words, and you cannot retrieve them, right?
At
You can't,
all.
like,
At
you get that
all.
woman spoke, although she used a soft voice, like she wasn't really shouting, but she said, your children, like the words, the content of the words were already piercing his skin. They were attacking him already. So I think, yeah, that's very important, that you choose your words, carefully, and yeah, that would really help. Okay, just to follow up on the question, I think this is an upcoming theme or upcoming trend in the era of wokeness, women empowerment and what have you. So the world is going towards a direction where we want women to be empowered, and I totally agree with that. Women should be empowered financially. They should be able to own their finances, take decisions on their that they want to take. But also I'm seeing like a drop of the feminine power of a woman. Like, people are saying, okay, stand up to a man. If he gives you bars, you give him bows. Like, you should be ready to attack him. There's this we're getting to a level where competition is on the rise. Like, the woman is competing with the man. And there's a place of healthy competition where both of us are, working together to improve ourselves and become better, which is really good. But where there's an unhealthy competition. You are trying to meet him up in terms of finances, in terms of decision making, in terms of what you do, and that kind of like impacts on how a family can function as a whole. So I think that there's a place of femininity. God bless women naturally with the feminine power. You can persuade a man to do things. Yes, the man is the leader, and you are like to follow him, but there's a way you can influence his decisions, right? So in this case, you could see that power of influence that the older woman used, just by the right words that she said. So I think that women, in as much as we're trying to become better, improve our financial wealth, make decisions, because we're not fools, but I think that we should not drop that feminine power, right? There's a feminine power that a woman possesses that she can use to, you can A man will dance to your tune if you know how to use that feminine power. But it's just that you don't have to come like the boss, like the one that's one you want to rule over him. So no, it has to be like this. If it's not like this, it's not. And I think that's where the world is trained. Like a woman should be able to take decisions. You don't control what I do. I can do whatever I want to do, and blah 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 blah. I think that, yeah, especially in the context of marriage. Now, this is the context of marriage. Yeah, you are the man is the leader, you are the follower, but you can influence him. So, what do you think about the feminine power and the power of the feminine power and how it is gradually fading and why we need to return back to that? So that we can allow you can be able to cooperate, we can allow this men to cooperate with us, and we can have better families and not have issues like this that the men are not responsive because the woman is attacking him, like you said. She's not speaking to the man, the king, that needs to rise up and be the leader and take decisions.
So for me, I would like to say it's really important to always remember this. It's all right for you to be a woman. It's all right. You don't need to try to take someone else's role. It's okay for you to be a woman. So because it's so much attributed to women for us being the soft one, soft spot, a lot of people are now trying to come out of that softness and try to be the hard boss, the hard one, the strong one. It's all right for you to be soft. God has made you that way, and it's a beautiful thing if you embrace your femininity. So for me, I think it's in the context of a family, it's very important that you don't try to take on someone else's role. Be yourself. Be the mom. It's okay. It's okay for you to be the mom because there are cases where some people would accuse their partner of, oh, my husband does not even help in the home. He doesn't. You never gave him the opportunity to, because before you woke up, you've cleaned, you've mopped, you've cooked, you've done everything already. It's okay to do all that, but then you never asked for help. Some men would actually believe you're okay doing it, you enjoy doing it, it's all right for you to do it. Some would take the initiative and like, okay, I'll help around the house, whether she's asking or not. But some wouldn't. They would just feel, oh, it's all right, she's okay doing it. You need to show your softness. Oh, I'm tired, I need help here, I can't, I'm a woman, I can't carry on doing all of this, I need help. If I'm washing the plates, could you help mop while I wash the plates? Or if I'm washing the bathroom, could you help with the dishes? It saves time and you work together that way. So that way you're bringing out your femininity. You're not trying to show I'm the boss here and I can do everything. And even in terms of decision making, you don't conclude on an issue before you actually ask for your husband's opinion. I believe you should ask for his opinion. You have an idea of what's going on. You've done your research, but it's all right to ask for his opinion. You don't conclude, then you ask for his opinion. If you had concluded, whatever suggestion is given is going to fall on deaf ears, because you definitely have in your mind what you want to do. So even though we still promote that, oh yes, you should work on yourself, be the leader, take strategic positions at work, I believe this shouldn't affect your home. Instead, it should complement your home.
Yeah.
Because while you're striving to be the best version of yourself, and your husband is also striving to be the best version of himself, you guys will come together to bring up a godly and wholesome family. So that is what I believe being a feminine, being a woman should be all about. So you complimenting your husband, it was make it a healthy marriage, a healthy family, and that way it reflects on your children, because they will definitely grow in a loving environment where they see love all around them all the time. Because when we are both um striving for the role, oh, I need to show I have got power here, I need to show I've got skills there in the home, the friction that occurs between one happens begin to reflect on our children, because when there is tension in the home, the children can always sense it. They might not show it, maybe because they are watching cartoons or something, but they obviously know what is going on. If you ask them over time that what is wrong with mommy, some of them would most like say, I say, mommy is sad today. Mommy has been sad all day. Mommy is sad. It's because however little they are, they can see these things happening to their parents. So I will encourage women to take caution in this area, that while you're growing, make sure you're complimenting your partner. And I'll also encourage the men to not look down on your partner. It might be that they are the soft one. The Bible says they are the weaker vessel, yes, but they have their own strength as well. And talking to the fact that we can always get what we want as women, even though we are soft, is very, very true. When it comes to making decisions, you don't have to enforce what your you don't have to enforce what you want
You
to
want
to,
have
to
your
pass
way all the
across to
time.
your husband, but you can quietly say it in a subtle way. There are a lot of things that goes on. They say the other room. You can pen your issues to the other room and romantically express yourself.
And get your things. Get
That
your things
you
done.
you can pen what you want to pass across to the other room and romantically express yourself. That way, more business can even come into it, and they can see what you're saying from your own point of view, and that way you've achieved what you want to say or what you want them to do. So I would say it's all right to be a woman and be soft.
Perfect. It's all right to be a woman. It's all right to be soft. Even if you think you are the wiser one, you have more skills, you have more knowledge, you have more exposure. Do not enforce your decisions, like I said. Carefully, bring it before the man. And the truth is that a man would know when you're wise. When he's making those foolish decisions and they are backfiring, he'll say, my mother told me, my wife told me, I shouldn't have done this. And then he might not come to you and say, "Oh, you were right." He might just be forming, his ego might not let him come down and say, "Oh, you're right." But over time, when he keeps making those foolish decisions and they are having like a bad effect, he would realize that, okay, your words hold power, and then he'll start to consult you. So allow the man to trust you, allow him to believe in what you can do, what you have to offer. Give him the chance to, always trust your opinion. When you carefully present your matter to the man, over time, when he wants to make any strategic decisions, he will not go and make it before you. He will call you, say, I want to do this, what do you think? Then you will now start, carefully telling him what to do. And the man will now see you as his one-stop shop, that whatever thing I want to do, you are the one that has the right thing. You have the instinct, you have the discerning power, because many women can discern evil. So she would always want to consult you. But like you said, remain soft, remain feminine, remain the woman that you are, aspire to become better, in your career, improve yourself, your knowledge, read books, attend conferences. But when it comes to the confines of a family, understand your place, your authority, and use your influence intelligently, and any man will fall for you. Your husband will fall you, not any man, please. Your husband would fall for you, and you have like a better, working family, and you enjoy it. Yeah, that's a summary of what we're talking about today, and I hope you got value. If you have any contrary opinion to what we've shared concerning the video, please put that in the comments. We'll just continue our discussion there, and we'll keep talking about this. And if you want me to, address something that I have not addressed, also let me know in the comment section. I would read that as well. Thank you for watching to the very end. Do you have any final words, anything you want to say, or you think we've touched on every aspect?
So for me, I would say, like I said earlier, it's always important in terms of when we spoke about gaslighting. It's always important for you to first acknowledge your emotions. You need to know, these are my emotions, these are my feelings. That way, it helps you want to talk about it better. And when you have someone gaslighting you, you can easily identify this and address it immediately. And I also want to know that even in the home, is very important for everyone to stay with their roles. It's okay for you to manage your own position, manage your office well. Even in an organization, everybody is not the CEO. So some people are the treasurers, some are in the IT, and different sections. So even in the home, everyone has a role to play. So it's always important that you play your own role very well in the home, and make sure whatever you're doing as a woman, you're not passing across frustration, and you need to be careful of your words. Even the husband also has to be careful of their own words. We should always make sure that whatever we say to each other is also, because people don't forget words, and when you say things, you can't take them back. So it's always very important, and these are some of the things that helps you to build your relationship better, and also grow together in love.
Thank you. What a wholesome time we've had today. Thank you, Doyin, for coming in today. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing all of the words of wisdom. I'm sure many people have got value today. Do you want to share your social media handle, how they can contact you? So anyone that wants to learn more from you can, contact you directly.
So I've got my handles on YouTube and on Instagram. My YouTube handle is at Money Moves with Solar, and on Instagram is also Money Moves with Solar. So you can always follow me to get tips on how you can invest smartly, and real and practical investment will be taught on this channel. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you, Doyin. See you next time. Bye, everyone. Bye.